All right, Greg, got your stuff wired up. Right now, this looks like absolute hell because I've just got stuff strung up here to set up on my test simulator and hooked up to half to a battery and whatever. But anyway, I was going to show you real quick. We'll go through a few of the channels here. Air-fuel ratio, right now, I've just got my signal generator plugged into that guy. And if I put in some offset to that channel, can see it go up. So we go from like what is it, 10 to 20 to 1 basically is what your AEM should be set up as per the analog output. And I've got that guy on a 1-pin weather pack, and then we'll go to channel 2, which is boost pressure. All right, so sorry for flipping stuff around. I mean, this is probably going to be extremely disorienting. I've got a 3-bar map sensor plugged in here, and if I'm lucky, I can blow on it hard enough to get a tiny bit of pressure. Okay, there's a little bit there. So it'll go from 0 to 29.4. Channel 3. This is your gear position. I got a sensor here, so I'll just rotate it through some gears. Let's see here. What the hell do I want to get to? It's 6th gear. Okay, here's first. So you'll see the scaled unit. It goes to 10 for neutral. That could be changed to something different, but I kind of like it that way. There's 2nd gear. 3rd gear. It's hard to rotate this thing. 4th gear. 5th gear. 6th gear. Okay, and we'll move on to channel 4. Channel 4 is your intake air temp. So that's this guy right here. So if I breathe on this thing, breathe some hot air into it. This could be set up in Fahrenheit, I assume, because you're in Canada, you'd like Celsius. Let me know if you want that changed. Channel 5's throttle position. I still got to verify this in ECU editor that that's really 0 to 100% to a Gen 2. I've got it set up for Gen 1 values, but I'm just turning a little 10K pot that I've got here, a little rheostat, but you can see that guy's working. Oil pressure. Okay, so that sensor is sitting right here. And again, just blowing in it. Can't really blow too hard. That guy's working. Channel 7 is speed. This one's a little tricky, especially because we're at 60 pulses per second. So I'm going to change this to like 1 pulse per second real quick. And then here's your sensor. I'm going to wave it back and forth in front of a hammer. So as I do that, obviously I can't do that very cleanly or whatever, but I'm getting a 12-volt square wave out of this guy. So it's doing something real hard. That one's super hard for me to test the real way without having a bike with a tone ring and stuff on it here. And then last but not least is engine RPM. So I've got it to where you've got a wire that'll go down into the ECU, and then coming back out, there's a pin that you can take the wire you pulled out and then just slide it onto that pin and then put a piece of shrink tube on there, and that'll hold it on. I'll give you some shrink tube to do that. You notice I do have a fuse or a inline fuse holder there for you. And then with my function generator, you switch over to channel 1, and I'm going to give you some frequency. I got to hit the cam position thing to start this thing. So there we're at 1300 RPM. You can see we're somewhere around that on the tach. Tach always reads high anyway. So there's like 12K or somewhere around there. 11,000 indicated. Or 11,000 actual, my bad. So anyway, there's that guy. And then digital. So this would be your log switch. So here's your toggle switch. So you flip that guy on, he goes on. And my battery just died. So that's a bummer. But anyway, that's how she all works.